what really is dopamine? Dopamine is the chemical released in your brain when you anticipate a reward, when you anticipate a pleasure. It is the drive, it is the motivation. Motivation to either do a bad thing or a good thing which will make you happy, which will make you feel the pleasure. Dopamine motivates you to do some action, any kind of an action. And yes, if you can connect the dots, you might have already realized dopamine is the main cause of addictions. Every single addiction that you can imagine, dopamine is the main culprit behind it. The reason is, let's say there's this guy who has his baseline dopamine right here. His friend tells him to smoke a cigarette. This is the first time he's very excited. He smokes one puff, right? So he's very excited. He smokes one puff and he keeps the cigarette down. Now his dopamine has spiked, but later on it goes down, back down. Not just back to the baseline that it was at, but even lower than the baseline. Now the dopamine baseline is new and it's lower than it was before. The next day, this guy now wants the same dopamine boost, the same dopamine spike. What does he do? He picks up the cigarette, takes one puff. But since his baseline is lower than it was yesterday, one puff cannot get him to the same spike. So he takes another puff and now he's at the same spike. Now he puts the cigarette down. Now his dopamine spikes back down, not just to the new lower baseline, but even lower than that. The next day he needs 3 puffs to get to that same spike, and he goes even lower. The baseline of dopamine drops and drops and drops and drops. And the amount of puffs that he needs of cigarette, they increase. Addictions are not supposed to be this kind of, I'm gonna take a puff of cigarette every single day, no. Addictions are progressive. Addictions progress over time because the brain wants that same spike, but the dopamine baseline gets lower day by day when you indulge in these instant gratification habits. So you need to indulge more into that addiction. And 3 years in of smoking, now you're like a genuine guy who smokes 100 puffs in a day. It's too much. You're so unhealthy. Blah blah blah. Right? Dopamine is the main cause behind any addictions. Any addiction. The dopamine spike now, because of the modern world, can be earned very easily. Just smoke a cigarette, watch a movie, indulge in lust, eat some junk food, procrastinate, watch some reels, scroll on some reels, doom scroll. Why not? Right? Spend 3 hours on TikTok. The thing is, dopamine was never supposed to be released so easily, because it has not just made my, but our mind as a humanity, our minds lazy, because we chase easy dopamine now. You want to feel better? Take out the phone, doom scroll. Good idea, right? Great idea. But what we don't realize is that our dopamine baseline is going to get even lower than it is right now from that doom scroll. So what is the solution to this? And is dopamine actually a thing that you could use productively? Well, so let's talk about that, right? Just like how addictions can be caused by cigarettes and doom scrolling and junk food, they can also be caused by rewards for efforts. Yes, addiction don't necessarily have to be bad. They can be addictions for going on a run. They can be addictions for doing a workout. That is great to have an addiction like that, right? How do you have it? It's by rewarding yourself for the good habits. Everybody have heard this. If you do a good habit, reward yourself. But how do you reward yourself? Well, the best way to do it is by having a habit tracker. It has worked for me, and I promise you it will work for you too. I'll tell you even my own story. The past 1 month I've been going on runs. I've been trying to get every single day. I did miss a few days, but I tried my best the last month, and I'm still doing it today. I still did it today. And it's such an interesting thing. Every single day I won't crave a run. I'm not craving a run as such. I don't really want to be outside and run. No, that's not what I'm feeling. But what am I actually craving is the reward from that run, which is the tick on my habit tracker. I know that sounds shallow, which is loving the reward more than the journey itself. But that is just to motivate myself to get up from the bed, wear my shoes, and get out. 5 minutes into the run, and I'm actually enjoying it. I'm looking at people, and old people are smiling back at me. There's this old guy wishing me good evening. There's kids playing outside, football and stuff. The sun's coming. Oh, I just love the sun. And of course, yeah, I'm suffering too. Like, I'm on a run. My quads are aching, my knees are aching, my shins, my calves, they're aching. I'm sweating like a madman, but I'm enjoying it now. I'm enjoying it. And when I get back, I reward myself with the tick on the habit tracker. The habit tracker has made me addicted to good habits. And it will make you addicted to good habits too. Addicted to effort. Just have a reward after doing the effort. Just have a reward. The thing is, we are humans. We need dopamine to survive, to thrive on. And when we are in that kind of a situation, we have so many doors in front of us. There's lust, there's like junk food, there's doom scrolling, there's TikTok, Instagram, there's movies, Netflix. So many options. There are so many you can already think of, right? Then there's this very small door right at the corner of effort. And it's the only option, only door out there, which is going to get you a higher dopamine baseline with time. Because effort is delaying gratification. All these activities that I talked about, Netflix and junk food and all those activities, right? You get the point. They are instantly gratifying you and lowering your dopamine baseline slowly and slowly. Delaying gratification, which is doing the task that requires your effort, doing the workout, doing the run, they increase your dopamine baseline with time. It might not make you happy right now, but it will make you so much more happy. That means that the version of you who has ran every single day for the last 30 days is so much more happier than the version of you who has smoked every single day for the last 30 days. You can look it in the eyes of those guys who are addicted to bad habits. You can look at it in the eyes of a person who is addicted to cigarettes. You can look at their eyes and tell they're depressed. Tell that they're not happy with their life. Look at the eyes of a guy who's addicted to drugs. He's not happy with his life. No, he's not. No, he's not. To a guy who's addicted to liquor, to alcohol. No, he's not happy. Have a serious conversation with them and you suddenly realize how depressed they are. Because their dopamine baseline is getting lower and lower and lower and lower with time. And they need to progress with the habit, the bad habit that they're doing, to hit the same spikes. But you put all of that dopamine, you get that dopamine from efforts, get that dopamine from the tick on your habit tracker after doing the exercise, after doing the workout, after doing the meditation, and you will have a higher baseline of dopamine. You'll be happier over time. You might not be happy now doing the workout, but you will be happier over time. There's a whole video that I uploaded on my channel about instant and delayed gratification. You can even watch that if you want more reference, because instant gratification and delayed gratification, they are completely linked to dopamine. So when I'm telling you that there's a better way to use your dopamine, you better listen to me. There's so many better ways. Just like how you get yourself addicted to reels, is the same way how you could get yourself addicted to effort, to the hard work, just by using the same thing, which is your dopamine. I hope this video helped you. Goodbye. Jai Shri Krishna.